So welcome along to this week's The Groove Junction. My name is DJ Matty F, and I'm here for another bite-sized episode. As you can see, if you're watching this podcast, I'm on my holidays in Jamaica, sat in my nice little private pool. But yes, there's still an episode to be done, and guess what? I'm doing another one this week. Like I said, it's a bite-sized one. It's only going to be about 10 or so minutes, so let's get into it. So on this episode, I want to talk about something that I think sits right at the heart of what separates a decent DJ's career from a truly substantial one. And this is what it's all about. So why do some DJs stay busy while others become the ones who stay booked? Because there is a difference. A busy DJ can still be stressed. A busy DJ can still be underpaid. A busy DJ can still be replaceable. But a booked DJ, that is different. A booked DJ is trusted. A booked DJ is remembered. A booked DJ is recommended. And very often, a booked DJ is chosen before price even becomes the main conversation. So today I wanted to break down in this episode what that is all about. Now, not from a flashy social media point of view, not from a hype point of view, but from the real world point of view of what actually makes people want to hire you, trust you, and talk about you after the event is over. Being busy is not the same as being in demand. I think a lot of DJs chase being busy because busy feels like success. Your calendar has dates in it. You are out working all the time. You're getting inquiries. You are doing gigs. And of course, that matters. We all want work, but being busy on its own does not always mean you're building something strong. Sometimes it just means you're available. Sometimes it means you are saying yes to everything. Sometimes it means you are constantly filling gaps instead of creating demand. And I think this is where a lot of the DJs get stuck. They become good enough to get the work, but not distinctive enough to become the obvious choice. That is a big difference, because once you've become the obvious choice, the whole conversation changes. People stop shopping around in the same way. They stop treating you like a commodity. They stop comparing you purely on price. They start saying things like, we really want you. We've heard amazing things about you. You were recommended to us. That is where every DJ should want to get to. Great DJs understand the job is bigger than music. Now, let me say this clearly. Of course, music matters. Of course, mixing matters. Of course, reading the room matters. This is the foundation. If you cannot deliver on the night, none of the rest of it means anything. But what makes a great DJ stay booked is that they understand the job is bigger than just playing songs, especially in the mobile DJing game, especially in weddings, especially in private events, especially in the corporate work. You're not just there to press play. You are there to create confidence. You are there to manage energy. You are there to guide moments. You're there to help people feel looked after. And that starts long before the first track comes out of the speakers. It starts in the inquiry. It starts in the communication. It starts how you make people feel during the planning process. Now, a lot of DJs underestimate that. Clients are not experts in DJing. They are experts in how you make them feel. They remember whether you were responsive. They remember whether you listened. They remember whether you made things simple. They remember whether you gave them the confidence. This is what separates a service provider from a trusted professional. The reliability is underrated, but it wins bookings. Here is something that is not always exciting to talk about, but it is one of the biggest booking factors there is, and that's reliability. Not just talent, not just branding, not just social media clips, reliability. Do you reply when you say you will? Do you turn up when you say you will? Do you prepare properly? Do you communicate clearly? Do you make life easier for venues, planners, and the client? Because if you do, people will remember that. And in this industry, people talk, venues talk, suppliers talk, couples talk, corporate clients talk, and even the guests talk. And the DJs who keep getting recommended are very often the ones who are solid in every area, not winging it, not acting like the performance starts when they arrive at the venue. The performance starts much earlier than that. Professionalism is part of the performance. Great DJs create an experience, not just a set. This is another major difference. Now, good DJs can play a good set. Great DJs can create an experience, and an experience is bigger than music. It's bigger than that music selection. It is the timing. It is the atmosphere. It's the transition between one moment to the next moment. It's also knowing when to lift a room and when to hold back. It's understanding the crowd in the front of you, not the crowd you wish you had. It is also the presentation, how you look, how your setup looks, how you carry yourself, how your room feels when you're in it. People absolutely notice that. If your whole presentation says care, quality, and professionalism, people feel it. If it says rushed, messy, or average, they feel that too. And this is where I think some DJs miss a trick. They focus only on technical ability and forget the clients are buying the full experience. They are buying peace of mind. They're buying atmosphere. They're buying memories. They are buying the confidence that this part of their event is in safe hands. That matters more than many DJs realize. Being memorable matters more than being loud. Some DJs think standing out means being louder. Sometimes it can, but not always. A lot of the time, being memorable comes from being consistent and excellent. It comes from doing the little things properly. It comes from understanding people. It comes from delivering moments that guests talk about on the way home. That is what creates referrals. And referrals are gold because when somebody recommends you, they are borrowing their own reputation to do it. That means trust is already in the room before you even replied to that inquiry. That is so powerful. And trust is one of the biggest reasons great DJs stay booked. Your reputation is being built on every event, whether you realize it or not. Every event is marketing, every single one, not just the ones where you get great footage, not just the ones with a packed dance floor, not just the glamorous weddings or big corporate nights. Every event, because every event has people watching, people noticing, people forming an opinion. They are noticing how you interact, how you solve problems, how you respond under pressure, how you handle requests, how you support the flow of the event. And all of that feeds your reputation. The best DJs understand that they are not just doing tonight's job. They are planting seeds for future work. That guest at a wedding might become a future client. That venue coordinator might recommend you. That photographer might mention your name. That planner might put you on their preferred list. You never fully know who is watching. So every event matters. Great DJs are intentional. This is a big one for me. You know, the great DJs out there, they do not just hope things work. They think things through. They think about the client's journey. They think about the communication. They think about the preparation. They think about how the room should feel. They think about how to adapt. They think about how to improve. They're not just reacting all of the time. They're building a standard. And once you've built a standard, people feel the difference. The standard becomes your brand, even if you never say it out loud, because your brand is not just your logo. It's not just your colors in your logo. It's not just your Instagram grid. Your brand is what people say about you when you're not in the room. That is why intentional DJs stay booked. Great DJs make clients feel safe. This point is massive, especially for weddings and major life events. People want to feel safe, not boring safe, not predictable safe. It means emotionally safe, practically safe, professionally safe. They want to know you've got it. They want to know you do not need to worry about anything. They want to know you can handle the room, the timeline, the energy, and the unexpected moments. That confidence is priceless. And when a client feels safe with you, they relax. When they relax, they trust you. When they trust you, they recommend you. That is how bookings compound over time. If you want to stay booked, build more than skill. So if you're listening to this and thinking, right, what do I actually do with this? Here is the truth. If you want to stay booked, do not just build your DJ skill, build your full professional value, build your communication, build your planning process, build your reliability, build your presentation, build your confidence, build your ability to read people, not just dance floor. Because DJs who stay booked are very rarely just the best mixers in the room. They are the best overall professional in the room. That is what clients remember. That is what venues trust. That is what suppliers recommend. That is what creates longevity. So my final thoughts. So yes, good DJs stay busy, but great DJs stay booked. And the difference is not luck. It's not the algorithm. It's not just who shouts the loudest online. It is trust. It is consistency. It is professionalism. It is experience. It is care. It is attention. It is building a reputation that makes people feel confident before you've even arrived. And if you can do that, you're not just filling dates, you're building a career. That is the goal. That's the goal for all of us. Now, I know this episode of the Groove Junction has been a short one. It is a little bite-sized session. As you can see, if you're watching, I'm still on my holidays in Jamaica, in my little private pool. But yes, I'll be back next week, as always, on the Groove Junction, back in the UK. Yeah, back in the UK, not in my nice little private pool. But yeah, I'll be back. But thanks for listening. Stay tuned for more. If you haven't subscribed to the Groove Junction as yet, please go and do so. Go and click that subscribe button. Go like it. Go watch it. Go share it. Do all that sort of stuff. You know how much it means to us for you guys to keep sharing it. I hope this has been informative. We will see you same time, same place next week here on the Groove Junction.